Hello and welcome to PupCookin, Christmas edition. And trust me, any type of holiday dinner you're bringing this to will secure serious bragging rights. Full ingredient list in description. Our first three players are raw sharp cheddar cheese. This can be subbed with cheap and easy shredded sharp cheddar, and the particular brand is my favorite. Raw gorgonzola is next, or any blue cheese, but the blue part matters. One package plain Kite Hill cream cheese. It can be made with any real cream cheese, but if your digestive system gets unhappy with the regular stuff, meet your new best friend. Most taste awful, but I recommend the chive for any regular use, and for most substitutions you can use the plain. Barring you're using some kind of dried fruit sugar, do not add sugar to this. I know they tried with the strawberry. They failed. Don't eat it. The everything is okay heated, and I sadly have not tried the vegetable or the jalapeno yet. You want to leave these out for 20 to 30 minutes. If you're using raw for nutrition purposes, do not do it longer. This isn't going to be cooked. Also, don't be like me and forget gloves. See you in 30 minutes. So here's what you need next. A mixer. If you're not doing shredded, a cheese grater would be smart. I once taught somebody to cook who almost burned her house down trying to boil water. So I'll say, if you've never used a mixer before, just make sure when you put in the beaters that they match the little pictures. Also, I forgot to turn on the camera, but basically, the entire 8 ounces of cheddar can be shredded into your bowl. The next part is super easy. Dump in the next 4 ingredients, our fake cream cheese, gorgonzola, and add these 2 new ingredients. Apple cider vinegar and minced dehydrated onions. Powder is fine, but you will lose some crunch. Dump in 2 capfuls of vinegar and a 1/4 cup of onion. Then we mix. Now when you mix something for the first time, you want to go low. I started at 3. At 6 is when it finally let go of the goods trapped in its tiny death spinners. If you ever caught something in there while you were learning, you know why I said that. Eventually I landed on 9, just high enough to start actually blending the ingredients, very important, but low enough to not have it flying everywhere as if you'd directly handed a baby their first spoonful of mushy peas. Again, for those who've never used a mixer, you want to scrape the sides, but be ready to turn it off if anything gets caught. Quick slow-mo for you. The last quick mixer trick is freeing your food from the beaters. Just lift part of the way and start turning it up until it becomes clear. Do it slowly or you will be painting your walls. It doesn't look like much now, so I'll say this.
Wait for it!
You won't be disappointed. Make sure to thoroughly scrape your bowl. It's delicious and shouldn't be wasted. Now when I grew up, you had to help cook to get anything. The biggest perk? You got a beater. I'm going to do several different shapes, a ball, a log, and a Christmas tree. Last year I did snowmen. That can be fun to decorate, but it seems to be missing this year. And as I forgot my gloves, I will be showing you how to do it without them. You want to drop cheese into your tin. Don't worry about spillage, you can clean it up with a knife after. The tighter you pack it, the better it will look. Now on to a cheese log. Basically what you're trying to do is get a cylindrical shape. Definitely easier with your hands. Ball is the same principle, you just keep swiping and pressing a little until it's smooth. Let's do 1 bite size and 1 group size. For the toppings, you'll need diced papaya and pecans. Any other dried fruit or nut that you like can be substituted. The reason I got the pre-cut papaya and the raw pecans is because they last longer. Hands hurt today, so I'm holding the knife a little funny, but basically you want your fingers away from the sharp part. Make sure to keep your pecans and papayas separate if there's anyone with allergies that you're serving. Otherwise, they're fine together. But I like to mix them on the ball itself for different tastes. If not wearing gloves, make sure to wash your hands.
With soap? Did you dry them?
One thing I do with treats is add nuts to the side. And use the papaya as ornaments. If you're really feeling fancy, you can actually cut your diced papaya into round shapes. Amazingly, I don't have the time to be that over the top, which is a pity. You can also do the reverse. Decorations on the side, and a sprinkle of woody pecanness on the top. Admittedly, a part of me is tempted to dye that green, but again, no. We're going to make a tiny pecan ball, and the log we're going to build like a little papaya train. Now to clean the plate. When cheese is involved, I like a damp cloth. This may take a few minutes. Next, get it in the fridge for an hour, maybe 2, depending on how long you want it sitting out. The last thing you'll need are crackers. I like to get the super healthy ones, but mine are gone, so here we are. I'm going to get a little bit of my tree with a little bit of nuts. Okay. Yum. I'm going to get a cracker just for me, and we're going to spread it on. Now that doesn't look delicious. I don't know what does. The gorgonzola gives it such a good punch. And now, a little treat from my puppies. And since onions aren't great for dogs, we're going to spread out the cheese and pick it out. A little note on papayas. Much like apples, you don't want them to have the seeds. The papaya and raw cheese are quite good for them, though. Yum! I think that's human and dog approved. Just remember, your puppies cannot have the nuts, just the papaya. If you'll excuse me.